In 1939, this man was marched in front of a firing squad by his own government. They fired blanks. 5 years later, he handed them the largest victory of the war. Konstantin Rokossovsky, Polish father, raised in Warsaw, and by 1937 one of the best cavalry commanders in the Red Army, which that year made him a target. Stalin's purge needed traitors, and Rokossovsky was Polish. That was enough. The charge, spying for Poland and Japan. For 2.5 years the NKVD worked on him. Broken ribs, fingernails pulled out, front teeth knocked out. He wore steel ones for the rest of his life. He never signed anything. March 1940. They opened the cell. No trial, no apology, no explanation. And here's the part nobody can explain cleanly. He puts the uniform back on, not slowly, not under threat. He goes straight back to work for the men who did it. 4 years later, he's planning the biggest offensive of the war and does something almost nobody survived doing. Stalin wants one breakthrough. He wants two. Stalin sends him out of the room to reconsider. Twice. Both times he comes back with the same answer. He got his 2 breakthroughs, and Bagration became the largest defeat in German military history. So, not broken, which makes what comes next harder to explain. August 1st, 1944. His front reaches the east bank of the Vistula. On the other side is Warsaw, the city he grew up in. That day the Polish Home Army rises, expecting him to cross. He doesn't. For 63 days Warsaw burns. Between 150 and 200,000 civilians die. There are 2 explanations, and the uncomfortable part is that both are partly true. The military one is real. His tank army had just been mauled outside the city, an entire tank corps encircled and destroyed. His supply lines ran hundreds of miles back. Most historians agree he could not have stormed Warsaw that week. But the political one is also real. Stalin didn't want this uprising to win. The Home Army answered to London, not Moscow. And here's the fact the military explanation can't touch. Stalin refused to let British and American planes land on Soviet airfields after dropping supplies into the city. Not fly, land. That costs the Red Army nothing. No tactical reason, only a political one. So what did Rokossovsky actually do? August 8th, he drafts a plan to take Warsaw by the 25th. Zhukov approves it. Stalin kills it. In September, Polish troops under his command cross anyway and are slaughtered. 900 men make it to the far bank. A handful come back. Then the last turns of the knife. November, he's moved off the Warsaw axis. Zhukov takes his front and takes Berlin. 1949, Stalin makes him Poland's Minister of Defense. The Pole becomes the face of Soviet control over Poland. 1956, when Poles fill the streets, he flies to Moscow to argue for using force on them. They throw him out. He dies in Moscow, buried in the Kremlin wall. So which was it? A soldier who genuinely couldn't cross, or a man rebuilt so completely by that cell that he could sit across a river from his own city and watch it die? The most useful answer is the ugliest one. After 1940, he may not have been able to tell the difference.